Everybody, welcome back. We are getting ready to watch some more Game of Thrones. I think that's Buddy that's in the window. It might be JoJo. I thought she was standing originally, but she's just sitting there watching the neighborhood, watching the driveway. She's my guard cat. If it's JoJo, it's the guard cat. And if somebody comes into the driveway, she growls. So that's how I know if it's in my driveway or the neighbor's. We are watching House of Dragons. We're on season 1, episode 2, and we've been introduced to the Targaryens mainly, and we've had some other names being thrown around. I heard Baratheon's Hightower, which is the last name of the hand to the king. We've heard Stark. We've heard Tarly. We've heard of Lord Christopher from Dorne. So some familiar names and stuff. This is Jojo, my guard kitty. She growls and then runs away. Rhaenyra, if I'm saying it correctly, if you didn't watch my Game of Thrones, then you don't know that I will constantly missay names the entire time. So I apologize in advance. Um, but Rhaenyra has been named heir. The brother to the king, the uncle to Rhaenyra, has been told to go back to Harrenhal to be with his wife, but he had some lady come up and touch the dragon. And I'm not sure what that was about. Something was going on there. I think he did want to be king, and I think there's going to be some kind of retribution. I just don't know what. Of course, a lot of my guesses throughout the first episode didn't happen. Well, some of them happened. Most of them didn't. It just seemed weird to focus on certain things and like the brawl at the jousting. And it felt like the way everything kept looking back at the hand, that his son was going to be killed, but I don't think he was. So just some weird editing, I guess, would be the word for it. And maybe they're doing it that way so that you can't guess what's going to happen. You're made to feel one way, but then you're not going to know what's coming next because they're not laying it out for you. That's the only thing I can imagine. Kicking off the sandals. I had to work at the store today. I wanted to look up who the actress is for Rhaenyra. Oh, and I got pink nail polish on, so because my friend and I are going to go watch Barbie tomorrow at the theater. Rhaenyra is Emma Darcy, but I don't think I'm familiar with her. Where's her Where's her filmography? Things that are listed in her filmography I haven't really seen. Yeah. So I don't she's just a familiar face even though she's not familiar. Let's go ahead and get into episode 2. I don't know the name yet. It is called The Rogue Prince. So we're going to find out what's going to happen with the prince. The Rogue Prince tells me that he's going to be off doing his own thing, which might be why they showed us with him and the dragon and this other woman that I'm guessing was not his wife, because he didn't seem to be happy with his wife, whoever that was. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what happens on this episode. And I noticed the theme music is the same as Game of Thrones. Now we're getting an opening. I've got strawberry salad I need to finish eating. We got some blood rivers. Rivers of blood. Now in Game of Thrones it was a map that we were being shown. This doesn't seem to be quite a map. but something else. Didn't they say something about bloodstone? I know they said dragonstone. I know bloodstone is a type of rock, I believe, isn't it? Might be talking out my ass again. So I don't know if this episode or this series is based on fire and blood. Oh, they're still alive.
Why don't you take the princess to see about the new King's Guard posting, Lord Commander?
Fine idea, Your Grace.
This knight will protect you as well.
She's not happy about it.
My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat. Should he not?
So straight to the point and
into a volcano, much like Dragonstone.
not wanting to deal with any
The
fluff.
Dragonlords.
What if you went to her?
There are times when I would rather face the Black Dread himself than mine own daughter of 15.
So she's 15 years old. Now I've got the impression that they love each other.
When I wish to talk with him, I know that I must make the effort.
Listen, she is trying to get either side to talk to each other.
My niece is my favorite cousin, after all.
My niece is my favorite
Your
cousin.
fleet is
So they're talking
you
about
paint such an aspiring
Damon being on
portrait of an
Dragonstone.
array, Lord Corlys.
Where are
It is an
they?
honest one, cousin.
We haven't spoken much since
She broke the silence.
A regret of mine.
today at small council.
Paid no mind.
I thought I might have had some insight.
You're young.
But
She didn't want to be dismissed and cut off. Or I don't think I've been talking much. Just watching. And we got some
This is our best chance to save the digit, Your Grace.
dying skin. Is that to go with
The
the
maggots will
spot
remove
on
the
his
dead
back?
flesh and hopefully stop the advance of the rot. And to be compelled to replace her for
Is he going to
duty's
go
sake.
along with it? Oh. Her. She's super young.
I would give you many children of pure Valerian blood, so that we might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
Is that what your father told you to say?
Yep. Does she know what's going on?
Lena is your daughter, Princess. Does it bother you?
Of course it does. Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Well, she is being frank with her.
Does the small council have a particular lady in mind?
I think
Lord
Otto's
Corlys
plan is
Velaryon has offered the hand of his daughter.
let his daughter
The
sneak
lady.
in. Then he doesn't have to
Very
look like
strong
he
man,
was
Geoffrey.
purposely putting her in
I
that
must
position.
admit.
Your Grace, I've called the small council to an emergency session.
Why?
I think it best you hear it directly.
He's going to ask her if she's getting close.
But Throx
No. Okay.
Her Grace is with child, and is to have a dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle, in the custom of House Targaryen.
That's the lady that was with him at the
He's
end.
invited you to his wedding, Your Grace.
Damon has seized Dragonstone, has surrounded himself with an army of gold cloaks, and has now stolen a dangerous weapon.
She called them idiots.
Damon Leitas.
I've assembled 20 of your best household guards, my Lord Hand. Sahara will also join us.
Somebody dying? I don't know if we take a guess at that or not. Sure is misty, isn't it? Or foggy. Or smoky. One of the dragons? Yep. The one he was with at the end of the last episode. It seems to have a longer neck than
All of you,
the dragons in
sheathe the fucking steel.
Game of Thrones. They bring their own dragon? Ah, she brought the dragon. She's gonna walk right up and take the egg.
Here, Princess.
Siculant.
Where's Ilari to be?
I missed Oh, she's calling him out? She's not really pregnant.
Basilari to me.
Yeah, and she's mad because he revealed that she's not pregnant.
If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me.
But if he does it, he's dead anyhow because of the dragon. If it's as protective as she says. So Otto just saw her power.
You can afford to play your stupid games with the king, but I cannot. I didn't come into your service wanting gold.
She's
Power.
leaving him. Is Otto going to tell him what she did? And if so, how's he going to react?
No, please, Lord Lionel.
The sea snake has made a calculated reach. Fair play for a man of his position.
Who's the sea snake?
If you truly want my
Is that-
unencumbered opinion,
I do.
Adorn?
you should wed Lena Velaryon, Your Grace.
The princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Dragonstone.
I guess he's finding out that way.
You are my only heir. You could have been killed.
I'm glad that's why he's upset. Will he listen to her, though?
The king must take a new wife.
Who is she going to suggest? Is he going to go with Elena or Oleana, or however you say her name? Or is he going to pick Otto's daughter, thinking there's no agenda there? She knows who it is.
The Lady Alicent Hightower.
Yep. What does she want? She doesn't want to be with him.
Rhaenyra.
He didn't know about her feelings for her.
When I ascended the Driftwood throne, I knew what I wanted.
Driftwood throne.
I can say that I built my house's high seat with the strength of mine own back.
He's getting ready to declare war.
I wasn't aware you had a king for a brother.
And the king's failures have allowed him to accumulate
Is this the
strength.
Ironborn? It feels like he's going to take him up on his offer, even though he recognizes that they're not in the same position, as much as he tries to make himself hurt. Are we supposed to know who that is? I don't think we're supposed to know, but again, editing-wise, it lingered there about there being some kind of importance with that. So I understand the king's ire at Rhaenyra, but at the same time, he seemed to have a hidden pride that she was able to accomplish it without any shedding of blood. He sought advice from somebody whom he trusted, who told him it would not be wise not to take that guy up on his offer to marry Oleana, or however you say her name. Olena, I think is how it said. This is Buddy, for those of you that haven't met her. Say, I have no voice box unless I'm excited, and then it's a ow, 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 ow. She tries to fetch. She'll bring me whatever it is and kind of throws it way past me and continues to play with it. She wants so badly to be a domestic kitty. She's a feral. She just doesn't know how to be domestic. Do you? And she's got the loudest purr out of all of them. But I think he had some hidden pride at the fact that she was able to get the egg away from Daemon without any bloodshed. However, he is still held up in Dragonstone. So there's still that battle to go. I don't know if the king is going to be able to piece it together that Rhaenyra and Alicent are in love with each other. And of course, Alicent isn't, I don't know how they feel about same-sex relationships. I guess it's kind of the same line of thinking that we have, which is some accept it, but some don't accept it. I mean, we saw that in Game of Thrones because it was against the religion of the seven pointed star. What's that religion? So I don't know if he'll piece it together that they're in love with each other or not. I don't know if, I mean, he didn't even think of asking her if she even wanted to be with, wanted to marry him. Of course, she probably would have responded politely and kindly, not to anger either him nor her father. Her father obviously was putting her in place to hopefully be in that position. So, but I don't know if he'll pick up on Rhaenyra's reaction and talk to her about it or not. He doesn't strike me as the kind of person who will even ask, much less listen to what she has to say, because he doesn't even listen to the people he trusts. It appears Damon's going to team up with that guy. I can't remember his name. The Valerian. They're talking about a sea snake, and I know Yara and Theon Greyjoy. The Greyjoy's crest is the Kraken. Well, I don't know if it's a Kraken or an octopus or a squid. I think it's a squid, actually, but I'm not positive on that. But I think they referred to Kraken at one point in the show, and they're talking about sea snakes. I know the Dorns are snakes, but they're not sea snakes. So are sea snakes, tongue twister, a different clan that's kind of a combination of the Greyjoys and those in Dorne? I forget Oberon's last name, but that family. You guys know I'm terrible at keeping things straight. I don't know. And I still can't figure out. I'm going to have to watch something that fills me in before I get the next disc. They keep mentioning the Red Keep, and the only Red Keep I know of is in King's Landing. So maybe they are in King's Landing, but maybe they don't know about. They keep talking about lands that haven't been conquered and that are unknown or something like that, and far across the way, which is why I thought they were in Dragonstone, but Damon's in Dragonstone. So I don't know exactly where they're at. And maybe they're just talking about the north, where the wildlings are. But they've known about the north for a long time. White Walkers are mentioned in the books. That's how Sam knew what they were to begin with when they first saw them. So I don't know. I'll try to get straightened out on that before I watch the next one. So I'm going to get this disc in the mail. Ever since they announced they're ending their DVD program, they've gotten kind of sloppy with getting the discs out. I'm hoping I get the very last disc before they stop sending them. After it's my last TV series on disc, all the other discs are movies, and I'll figure out another way to watch those movies, including John Wick 4, Megan, Coming to America 2, Coming to America. I had some others on there that would have been fun to react to, but I can't remember what they are. I don't think I'm going to get to any of those. So, but I'm going to get this in the mail so I can get the next episodes and we can go from there and see what happens. The we're we're not have to we're not having to do any world building, but we are having to reestablish where things are at. But it is feeling a bit long. And I don't know if that feeling goes away. I did kind of expect it in the beginning because we are still kind of setting things up. But a lot of the families and stuff we're familiar with. We were introduced to some of the lore. So I don't know. We'll have to see if things pick up though. And we already advanced 6 months. So as far as timeline, it's going really fast. And they were talking about it's been a time of peace, and right now we're not having a time of peace. So we're getting going. We're getting the ball rolling. But thank you all for joining me on this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.